Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7, 8. 4, 5, 6. What's up, squad? What's up? What's up? What's up? I am here. I am here. I am here reporting live from the great state of Atlanta. I don't know why people hate it when I say that. I am reporting live from the great state of Atlanta. Okay, Atlanta is its own state. It is nothing like Atlanta, honey. Y'all just don't know what be going on in these Atlanta streets. Shout out to Princess AG for holding it down. My mods are in here. Hey, friends. How y'all doing? I appreciate y'all for being patient with me as I ran on in here. What's up, side eye? ATLien. Look at Joshua Grace. What's up, Joshua? Rodolfo. Okay, Miss Kiki. What's up? What's up, Star? Hey, Star. Ahova. Hey, bless Grandison. Grown woman, don't try me. Jacque. I see y'all. I see y'all. I see y'all. Y'all see these people in the green? These are our channel sponsors. They go Sweetheart, Shell, okay, Ahova, Zaleen, okay. These are our channel sponsors. You could be a channel sponsor too. All you gotta do is click that join button, honey. Gigi, look, this is my second time going live today. This might be a world record. This might be a world record, okay. Get ready, y'all. Get ready. You about to be an ATLien. I don't know. People been asking me why I don't play my old intro no more. And I'm like, I don't know, because I guess I like the new one. I don't know. What y'all think? Y'all like the old one, the new one? I don't know. Let me see. What's the old one? I think this might be the old one right here. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see.
Get ready, because you about to be an ATLien. Guess you're being a blogger. More than a blogger.
This the old one.
Get ready, because you about to be an ATLien.
I like them both. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready?
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Hey, James, I see you. As she said, they like number two.
Because you about to be an ATLien.
Okay, okay, that's all good. I like them both. I like them both. I like the one with listen, the first one has Eva Marcel on it, okay, and the second one has Eva and Nene Leakes on it. Okay, you said I need the auto tune. What you say? I need to have it as my outro, the old one. Oh, okay, I might do that. I might do that. Okay, okay, come on in. No, no, no. You missed that one. Okay, I like them both. Okay, look. Meanwhile, as y'all come in, let me play the brief new introduction. Well, it's not new no more. I'm still trying to figure out a new intro, outro. So you know, y'all may be seeing that in the next couple of weeks. Okay, but as y'all come in, go ahead and like this video, like it, share, and we will get started after this very brief introduction. My glasses talking to me. After this very brief introduction.
Get ready, because you about to be an ATLien. Guess you're being a blogger. More than a blogger. Guess you're being a blogger. You are more than a blogger. I am more than a blogger. Guess you're being a blogger. All of is my son. Okay, that shit is good. I am more than a blogger. The blog goddess. The blog goddess. The blog goddess. Michelle is here. Yeah. The blog goddess. The blog goddess. The blog goddess. Michelle is here. Yeah. Say Autumn is her son. Yes. Autumn is her son. Yes. Say Autumn is her son. Yes. Say Autumn is her son. The blog goddess. The blog goddess. The blog goddess. The blog goddess. The blog goddess.
which one y'all like? Number one, number two. I don't know. I'm torn. I really like them both. Who knows? I might just make a whole new one. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? But as y'all come in, y'all know we got a lot to talk about. Earlier today, we talked about Mia Thornton being arrested at the Atlanta airport. Now we got Porsha's airport footage has been released, and we will talk about that. Usher Raymond, honey, is suing his BFFs, honey, over $1.7 million. And then, of course, we got Nene Leakes. Y'all wanted me to talk about Nene Leakes showing up on Carlos King's podcast. Okay. Y'all know Carlos King is a blogger now. And so he's over there taking all the blogger stuff and putting it on his channel. So y'all gonna make me talk about another blogger, which I don't normally do, but I will. But yeah, it's we got a lot to talk about. I don't know. Oh. And I got Vivica Fox. Y'all know we talked about Vivica the other day. Y'all know I live for Vivica. If Vivica Fox and 50's ongoing beef, honey. Because look, when you and your exes be going back and forth on social media and throwing subliminals back and forth, I live for it. I live for it. So of course I have that as well. But I don't even know where to get started. Oh, you know where I'm gonna start at? I'm gonna start where I left off over here on BravoCon, because there was a lot of things on BravoCon that I didn't speak about. Probably because I didn't really care. But Dr. Jackie. No, I ain't gonna talk about that. I guess I can. I don't know. I'm just gonna play them. I'm gonna let y'all decide what's important and what's not. So Dr. Jackie apparently got emotional when she was talking about Quad's IVF journey. And you know, a lot of people feel like it's just a storyline. Is she really with that man? Is she not with that man? Quad don't want no baby. What's going on? Well, apparently, you know, Dr. Jackie chimed in and got people feeling like, you know, it may be some truth to it, and I don't know, but we're gonna see what Dr. Jackie said. Okay, here it is right here. Y'all know the drill. Like this video. Copyright disclaimer in section 107 of the Copyright Act. Allowance is made for what? Fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. And we're gonna hear what Dr. Jackie had to say about Quad's IVF journey.
We're helping Quad with her IVF journey, which is so beautiful.
Yes.
Talk to me about that. Thank you. That's so special. What has it been like helping her on this journey?
Well, everybody in the room knows Miss Quad, and she doesn't get to her appointments on time.
What that got to do with anything?
You know what?
What does that have to do with anything right now?
Because King actually is on time.
Yes, he's
He's actually not.
King, this season, King has beat you.
Let me tell you something. You don't know him more than I know him.
Not at all.
You know him from
Really, not at
afar.
all.
I know him deeply.
okay. We're talking about
Look, Toya up here spilling tea like King be on time to the set. Quad don't even be there. Okay, King is on the clock. King said, "Cut me my check for showing up." Okay.
IVF, right?
We're talking about IVF.
Okay, we're talking about IVF.
Well, this is supposed to be a way of us complimenting you.
No, I understand. I understand.
We're thinking that you made a good choice.
I think I did.
Yeah, it has been amazing.
shame.
Taking care of women, of course, is what we do all day long.
Absolutely.
And having to see, and we love it. We
Yes.
absolutely love it. Girl,
We heard that you were helping Quad.
I don't know.
girl power. Right. But watching Quad go through this journey has been a little different for me because I don't oftentimes take care of my sisters.
Yes.
And going through this journey, having been there myself, has been even hard because it's like reliving.
Yeah.
It's like
Everybody listen. Just the other day, Dr. Heavily was shedding tears. Here go Jackie shedding tears. Everybody getting all emotional.
reliving the whole infertility journey.
I understand.
And so every time she would come in and we would talk about the different tests and what she could and couldn't do and what would happen. And when I couldn't give her good news,
I understand.
I felt heartbroken
Yeah.
because I saw myself in Quad.
Yeah.
So when you watch this season to see the highs and lows and us crying together with me doing a pap smear. Okay.
Crying during a pap
And I'm
smear.
crying with
Oh,
this
wow.
girl.
All up in my vajayjay. That's all up in my vajayjay.
So you've got to watch it because it will speak to millions of women. Girl power. millions of women around the world
Absolutely.
on the fertility journey.
Absolutely.
And I will say this, and that deserves a round of applause, seriously.
Yeah.
This season was one of the toughest seasons thus far for me. I was very vulnerable. What women would normally do behind closed doors and in private, I decided to share it with you all. And so it took a lot of bravery. It took a lot of courage. And I just hope that there's someone that will be inspired by my story.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. Everything seems so performative to me. I don't know what to say. I hope that they're being genuine. Okay. Jackie is still making amends for when she was on Dr. Heavenly's show saying that black women be trying to call off work. They don't be as sick as they say they are, whatever she said that pissed me off. But I mean, maybe she's redeeming herself. And and speaking of Dr. Jackie, I know y'all saw that viral video of that lady in the damn hospital waiting room, and she was in labor, and the Caucasian nurse wouldn't even look at her. I ain't gonna play it, but it just made me think of Dr. Jackie and how unfortunate it is for black doctors to kind of go enforce the same type of stereotypes in hospitals. Okay, because as a black woman myself, I have been experienced some prejudices when getting treatment, and it's just unfortunate. So y'all, look, Dr. Jackie, I'm rooting for you. I want you to change the narrative and maybe helping Quad through whatever this fertility situation is may do it. Okay. You said you was typing the same thing, Georgia Peach. I mean, I saw it too. I know everybody saw it. And the nurse that actually was servicing that young lady actually got fired. So there's that, but there's plenty still on the clock. Okay. Plenty of doctors still on the clock. Okay. Listen, I watched Tyler Perry's Sisters. Okay. Tyler Perry's Sisters even had a situation, scripted. Okay. That where one of the characters lost a child because the doctor was, not caring for her pain. So, it's interesting. It's always black women who go through this, and the mortality rate for black women is high. Okay. And Dr. Jackie has even said that herself. And then for her to say that on Dr. Heavenly's show, and I'm still saying it still hurts to see a black doctor who felt that way. And she only apologized because people was calling her out because she said it loud and proud. But I'm digressing, and we're gonna move on. Okay. Shout out to all the black women. Okay, stay strong, my sister. Stay strong. I'm sounding like Claudia Jordan over here. My sisters and my brothers. Stay strong. Anyway, moving on. Like this video. What else did I not talk about? Okay, they said Phaedra won. Oh, Phaedra Parks won the greatest shade thrower at BravoCon. Okay, who knew? I didn't even know. Okay, they said that Candy had won the wife time. We talked about that in my last live, and now Phaedra won an award too. I guess they was like, listen, we're gonna give Candy something. We got to give Phaedra something, because actually Phaedra, if we're gonna talk about the greatest wife time award, I mean, who made the greatest impact while on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, it would be Nene Leakes. Okay, and in a close second would be Phaedra Parks. Okay, it wouldn't be Candy. I don't care what y'all say. I know y'all say I'm a hater, but I don't think it would be Candy. Candy might have been there the longest, but she didn't make the greatest impact. But all the people you use memes and you quote them and you do all these things, think about who quotes that you use the most. Okay, I know y'all might say the lies, but we be talking about white refrigerators. We be talking about bling bling, bitches is mad. We be talking about all of those things. Ooh, child, the ghetto. We never there's not too many things we say with Candy, but with Phaedra, we be talking about Jesus fix it and all of that. But I don't know. Let's see what Karen Huger said when she presented this award. Y'all know the drill. Again, copyright disclaimer in Section 107 of the Copyright Act. Allowance is made for what? Fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. We are researching.
When it comes to the subtle art of throwing shade, I can never be duplicated, imitated, or intimidated. Nonetheless, the sharp-tongued assassins in our next category can light up like a hot box filled with 3-wick candles faster than you can say Surrey County. It is my honor to present
And, you know, they be tripping on some of these videos. So if I stop it in the middle, y'all know why, which is what I'm doing right now.
The nominees for Greatest Shade Thrower.
Greatest Shade Thrower, Kathy Hilton.
Not Kathy Hilton was in there. Okay, hold on. Who else was in there?
You know, when I first met him, I thought he
I don't want to go through all the damn videos. I want to see Phaedra's speech. Let me keep going.
was 56. I've known him a long time.
Jasmine Good.
You are a vibe killer. You're exhausting.
I don't even know these people. Who is Jasmine Good? What she play on? Oh, The Valley. I haven't watched that.
Give pure energy, and I'm done with it.
Shamia Morton and Angela Oakley.
Not Shamia and Angela nominated together as a team. What? They just didn't have nobody to put in this category, clearly.
Hey, Shamina, you're a mean girl.
If you don't take it on back with that 99 nose, don't.
Because nothing from this last season should have been nominated. Nothing at all, honey. And not Ming Lee back there.
Okay, Flavor Clay.
Dory Kemsley.
When it comes to
Not
Like the
Dorit.
Queen of
Okay.
Sheba. Listen, you live on a main road.
Phaedra Parks.
Angela's definitely the oldest looking young woman I've ever met. Hopefully.
Okay, and listen, why are they pulling stuff from the old stuff? They need to be pulling stuff from back in the day, but they're not gonna pull stuff from back in that day because they know Nene probably in the clip.
Personality is more youthful than a face.
And the winner is Phaedra Parks.
All right, Phaedra, did she give us a speech or something, or did she just accept the award? Phaedra was nipped and tucked. Phaedra was nipped and tucked. Look at Phaedra looking tight like a 21-year-old. Shut, what's a 99 nose, 99-cent nose? I don't know. Girl, say your speech so we can go on.
I was nominated, but I work so much. I have many jobs. So I am so thankful, I guess to continue to be recognized as the most shadiest of the girls. But thank you so much to my cast and everyone else at NBCU, Peacock, Bravo. I love my family and all.
Like the Queen of Sheba. Listen,
All right. Well, they cut her speech short, but that was good. What else we got? Oh. Last but not least, and I'm gonna move on. I ain't talking about Shamia. I'm talking about KKK Kim Zolciak. Y'all remember we talked about KKK Kim being involved in that 100,000. It was $100 million divorce. The wife then called up KKK Kim, put her in the depositions and said she want to see where her husband's money is going. Well, KKK Kim was on the carpet, honey. KKK Kim Zolciak and the host of ET asked her a question about, is she dated a married man? And the look on Kim's face, I cackled. Hold on, let's look at this real quick. It said Kim Z is accusing Croy of cheating. I don't think Croy cheated, but Kim the one who's still married, dating married men. But we about to look at it. Y'all know the drill again, and I ain't gonna say it no more. Copyright disclaimer, yada yada yada.
About life these days.
I'm happy as hell. Okay. I'm so happy. I moved into my new house. I'm at peace. My kids are great. There's a new guy. He's great.
There are headlines that this man is a married man. You want to shut?
Look at your face. Was she not expecting it? There are headlines that this man is married, Kim. Like, we know this man is still married. He's going through a divorce. Close your legs to married men.
That down.
I'm sorry. I'm legally married, and so is he. So he's been going through a divorce for years.
No, I'm sorry. I'm legally married, and so is he. Kim is unapologetic. If this ain't white privilege, I don't know what is. Especially the way y'all was dragging Nene Leakes for dating a man who was separated and going through a divorce. Y'all was like, close your legs to married man. Y'all ain't saying it to Kim no more.
Years as well. So I don't know. I guess I'm supposed to wait until I'm legally divorced, which I don't think Croy will ever give me a divorce.
What was the final straw for you?
She said she ain't waiting. She said Croy is never gonna divorce her. So as long as she's still married, she's still gonna date whoever she want to date, and it don't matter if they married too. That's what I heard. I don't know what y'all heard.
That you said I gotta start over and get out of this thing.
He cheated.
Okay.
So
we got some BravoCon.
I think she lying. Look at the look. Look at the look on her face. Put a 1 in the chat if you think that KKK Croy cheated on KKK Kim with all them damn kids. Who cheated? Do y'all think it was KKK Kim or do you think it was KKK Croy? Put a 1 in the chat for KKK Kim. Put a 5 in the chat for KKK Croy. Who do you think cheated?
Breaking news here. Do you see a light at the end of the tunnel here?
We've been in the same thing for 2 years.
Yeah. No movement, no change, just constant antics. When I said I was filing for divorce, he said, I'm going to publicly destroy you. And he told both my daughters that as well. And that's been his goal. And that's all he cares about. It hasn't worked yet.
How are we feeling about life these?
I think KKK Croy is pissed because Kim spent all of his money. That's what I think. I think Croy is like, I did all this. You spent all my money. And you gonna leave me broke. Okay. And here's another clip. It says Kim Zolciak says Croy didn't work for 9 years and she provided for the entire family. That's what Kim is saying. But remember, Croy had his little pension. He was getting his money from the NFL, and who was spending it? Kim, honey, Kim. You wasn't out there with him when he was running on the field. Hold on, we're gonna listen.
What's really funny, guys, is that I spent all of my soon-to-be ex-husband's money. He didn't work for 9 years, guys. Ooh. I provided for my entire family. Period. I think that's the biggest thing. Like, I've always worked. Always. I've never not worked.
Yeah. We started actually working in the same profession, which is nursing.
Nursing, yeah. Yes, I was a nurse tonight. First. Yeah.
Yeah. And we miss it.
Kim was what was she? A LPN or something. She wasn't you know, that is a real nurse. But remember, that was a big deal because she didn't have her RN license back in the day when she said she was a nurse.
Right? Because
I do
we have any nurses in the house?
We have nurses in the house. Yes, definitely.
Give it up for the nurses in the room.
Yes, we love nurses. We love nurses.
I think what's real.
They say, you know, Kim trying to say she paid for everything, child. It don't matter what Croy was doing. Kim said she was paying for everything as if he wasn't right there with her.
On and off divorce with Croy. It stayed in the headlines. Where do you and Croy stand today?
I mean, it's just impossible. I just don't understand, like, what is happening. It's just lots of money and no movement. And it's just, there's no co-parenting. It's disturbing to me. Thank you.
Is there any,
if you guys, he said, she just said there's no co-parenting, but didn't we read somewhere that Croy has possession? Croy has the kids. Let me know what y'all say. I don't know. I don't follow the Caucasian news too much, but I just vaguely remember that the smaller kids, how many they got, about 10, all live with Croy in his apartment.
You guys only knew. If you only knew is all I'm going to say. No, I won't. You know why? I have kids. Here's where we're different, Croy and I. I have children. As much as I would love to share with you the truth, I will never, because of my children. Although they're aware, unfortunately, of the truth as well, I have children that will read, and they do read everything. And that's where the divide between Croy and I is, period. You don't talk and make up lies and all of this stuff and bash the mother of your children. And I'm a really good mom. I'm their stable home, their emotional stability, their mental stability, their financial stability is in my home.
You have to protect their innocence.
100%. Yeah, I'm trying. It's not easy.
Yeah. Divorce.
Okay. So she's saying that she don't say things publicly because of her kids, but she was publicly filmed coming out that married man house. I don't understand. Wasn't she filmed coming out the married man house? The man that looked kind of like Croy? Right. Where the kids at right now while you at BravoCon? The kids was spilling it too. The kids was all on the video cursing out her. I don't understand. The wig is full of lies. Anyway, let's move on. Shout out to KKK Kim and KKK Croy, and hopefully they get their lives together. Kim, Croy, and their kids. Now, what is next on this agenda? Since we talking about relationships and stuff. Did I have one more? No, I didn't have one more. Okay, I'm gonna leave that over there. Okay, we talked about Mia Thornton earlier, so let me leave her off. Let me have that. Let me put, since I got these BravoCon clips, let me go ahead and play them. Dr. Heavenly says, speaking on her upbringing makes her emotional, especially being raised on government assistance. I'm not proud. I don't think it's congressional. You can cry. It's okay. So apparently, they said Miss Quad was preaching. What she was preaching about? What had happened?
Honestly, what's going to have you to resonate with the people is who you really are and you being honest. You talking about, hey, listen, I lived on overtime. Like, why won't you say that?
Grew up on government assistance, right?
Those are the things.
Went to the inner city schools.
Those are the things.
I don't think that that's congressional, so I don't say.
Why wouldn't that be congressional? Like, everybody started somewhere. Some people, like, you know, grew up in the hills of Virginia with nothing, food stamps and everything, white, black, whatever. So why wouldn't that be congressional? This is interesting.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm going to open up the floor to somebody else.
And I'm not proud of how.
Baby, no. Let me tell you something. It's not about being congressional. That's where you're going wrong. It's about being human. It's about being having that relatability. You live the life that a lot of our people today are living. People are trying to figure out how they're going to eat. So the SNAP benefits are gone. And we're 2 weeks ahead of Thanksgiving. It's somebody right now don't know what they're going to put on their table. You can talk and speak to that. You came up on government assistance. Why is that embarrassing? No, that's not embarrassing. That is not embarrassing. She did what she had to do, and there's so many other people out here they're trying to just. Honestly, what's going to have you to so many other people out here they're trying to just they're making ends meet. So they might gotta go to the food pantries. They might have to go and have food stamps. Right now they can't even get food stamps. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So don't let me tell you something. The beauty and the most power you have, if you never hear me say anything, friend, the most power that you have is being who you are and telling who you are and telling your story. If you unlock that, I don't think there'll be a candidate stronger than you. And that's it. I don't think that there'll be a candidate that's stronger than you. That's the word. So I got to get ready for BravoCon.
Me too.
She just preached to you.
She sure did.
That's all I'm
It's
saying.
definitely not embarrassing.
No, it's not embarrassing. And here's the thing.
Someone can look up to you from your story.
Yes. Here you came up on government assistance, government housing, and all the things. Guess what? You are a 2-time graduate of HBCUs. You took what was given, you turned that into something large, and you turned that into generational wealth. Where is the embarrassment at? Everybody's not going to be born with a silver spoon in their mouth. Their parents are actually doctors. Your kids are quite. So many other people out here they're trying to they're making ends. But it's also your mother wasn't a doctor.
It makes me emotional though.
But it's okay with me. I don't understand. They say I cry too much, but I'm.
So, Heavenly, I mean, you want people to think that you was born, your mama was a lawyer and your daddy was a doctor, like the Cosbys. Like, everybody doesn't come from that, Heavenly. So, I mean, that's what makes America great. I don't understand why she would feel ashamed. That's weird.
I don't give a damn. I feel like I'm emotional right now, but I'm speaking from my heart, and I really want you to
get up on the stage quiet and talk about my past and sit up there and then cry.
But here's the thing.
That's not
okay. But how about we do this? How about you get used to talking about your past and your upbringing? So when you do, and you're all on stages and large platforms, now you can say you can talk about it without crying, but it's still heartfelt. Why don't we get used to doing that? Why don't we normalize that with you? Stop hiding. Some people that I know that hide, and y'all both my friends, but you and that damn jacket, y'all do not want to cry. Y'all do not. Everything is not beautiful. Everything is not pretty.
We grew up in a different time from you, Quad. We did, and we were taught to be strong, and that wasn't something that we did was cry. You and my mama would say, "Don't cry. I'll give you something to cry about. Mm-hmm. Don't you cry."
Sweetheart, here's the thing. There are a lot of parents. They try to do the very best that they can with what they got and with what they know. But what we do as we grow and matriculate and become adults, we can set the tone and the pathway for our lives. You can cry. It's okay. It is cleansing. It's purified. You're tearing up right now.
Yeah, don't tear up. Because it makes people know you. But that doesn't make you a crybaby.
That's why I'm worried about being a crybaby.
I want to be strong.
You are strong. You still are strong. Actually, your upbringing is what builds your character. It makes you strong. So what? Yes, you were raised on government assistance. So what? So what? Y'all did what y'all had to do, and she did as very best as she could with you. And guess who? Look at what you turned into today. Where's the embarrassment in there? There's no weakness in it. I'm telling you, trust me, and I know you trust me.
I believe you. Yes, I have to talk about it more because I can't get on a debate and start crying in front of all them people. You know what I'm saying?
But our parents. But somebody said cry. Somebody said you're definitely strong, Hedwig. Somebody said write a book. Somebody said you're strong because of your past. Come on now, allow tears. Come on. Somebody said I cried today myself. Come on. We love you too. So, but somebody said cry. Somebody said you're
Well, I mean, Quad was being a supportive friend. I feel like she said nothing wrong. Heavenly feeling some kind of way about being on public assistance when she was a child. I mean, she's entitled to feel a ways, but at the same time, you've grown out of that. You accumulated so much more since then. You have gone to college. You're a doctor. You're a dentist. Like you married a doctor. So I mean, why would you feel a ways? Because at this particular point, that's a part of your journey. I mean, what happened in your past is what makes you great today. So I don't know. Hope she listened to her friend. And since she's running for office, I mean, she needs to be a politician for the people, and everybody has been, there's different backgrounds for everybody. So she can clearly relate, but saying that, she's embarrassed by it, I don't know. I'm just not feeling it. But anyway, moving on, this video. What's next? Oh, 50 Cent and Vivica. Child, 50 Cent and what is Vivica doing? Is Vivica trolling? Can somebody tell me, is Vivica trolling? Just the other day, Vivica was on a women's panel basically saying, her younger self, she wouldn't date 50 Cent. Now she is saying that 50 Cent gave her best orgasm. Now, Vivica did go on to explain why she actually said that. Hold on, let me pull this up. Like this video as y'all get in here. Like this video. Vivica went on to explain why she actually said do not date 50 Cent. And here is what she said. And she liked his response. Hold on.
Going crazy right now about the whole don't date rappers, don't date 50 Cent. Where did that come from? Like,
I was asked a question that as a 17-year-old, what would I tell myself? So it's just a pre-warning for my young girls. Here you go, sweetheart.
Thank you so much.
Happy holidays. To be careful. Let me give these to watch who you date.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're free to date whoever you want. But, for myself, I would just be careful. Maybe not go public so fast and just have fun. Happy holidays.
Of course. Is there anyone you would give that particular advice to?
I said to all the girls.
Yes, all the girls?
Yes. Y'all dating each other nowadays. It don't make no difference what color. Actually, I was very proud of 50. Your response was fantastic. And I'll take the blue pill.
I love that. Thank you, Miss.
50 Cent said the red pill or the blue pill. Which one you taking? And Vivica said the blue pill. And of course, 50 trolled her back. Every single time that she say something about 50, he hear it. 50 trolled her back. And here's what he said. Okay. He said, what? I don't know what happened. See, that's your problem. You think you know everything. And he was talking about this blue pill, right? Why is he so wrong? Okay, here he is right here. He was like, you ain't gonna believe this, man, but she tried to turn me out. I just got on. I don't know what that means, but okay. But okay, there's two instances, and now here she is again on Sherry Shepherd's show. And 50 Cent says Sherry Show TV is so talented. Her delivery made this so funny. Hold on, let me see what this say.
Okay, this is what got me. When he said, I'ma have you in the Matrix. I thought it and I said, oh, 50 put it on Vivica. He put it
Everybody, look, Sherry ain't saying nothing everybody else ain't saying.
on Vivica. That right there, that was that wink, wink, nod, nod. He soul tied Vivica on a whole nother level. No woman stays upset for 2 decades unless that man put her in a trance at one point. You know it was good when you still arguing about it through Bush, Obama, Trump, Biden, and Trump again.
She did kind of she read on that one.
And that's why they call it a soul tie, because that's not a breakup. That's a spell right there. But I get it. I get what Vivica was saying, because y'all think about this. Sometimes you fall so hard for a man that when y'all split, he doesn't just take your heart. He takes your peace. He takes your edges. He takes your appetite and all your good judgment. He just took it away. That's that kind of loving when you remember it. You just.
I don't know if I want none of that.
It's that like you gotta catch your balance because you remember those times when it's it makes you shake. Even your knees are like, we remember it too. Yes, we do.
Okay.
Is he
and
okay?
So he liked that delivery, but look. Hold on. Is this it right here? Oh, that ain't it. This it right here.
But I love.
So Vivica basically said that, she went on Sherry. I don't know if this was the next day or what. I like this dress Sherry got on too. And Vivica even said that 50 Cent gave her the best orgasm of her life. Okay, now here's and 50 reposted it.
I love that you said, you've done self-healing and you said, but it took some time and now I can actually laugh about this.
Yes, and I was glad he had a funny response about it as well. We're no longer fighting, y'all.
Oh, this is
so
good.
yeah.
But I did notice that he said he would put you in the Matrix. That would be nice to go into the Matrix.
And you know what else made it great? He said he loved me.
Yes, he did. Absolutely.
Vivica was targeting that. She was like, he did say he loved me though. He did say he loved me.
Guys, I will always have, you got that one.
You got
that you always got a little special place for. But we are in a good place, and I'll take the blue pill.
Okay. But girl, I was talking about that. You always got that one. I know I got that one, and
Oh my goodness, the orgasms were fun. Yes. Yes, honey. Yes. Remember the time?
How you remember? The orgasms must have been hella good if you remember them 30 years later. Damn.
Remember
the time? But I love that you.
So 50 Cent responded and he was like, what the F is going on here? Shaniqua, which is his first baby mama, and Jane Doe, which is Jane Doe in the Diddy trial, which is his other baby mama, don't act like that. And I had to pay them hoes. LOL. That's what 50 Cent said. He was like, his baby mamas don't even act like that. And he had to pay them. So what is going on with Vivica? Is she trolling? Is she telling the truth? I don't know. All I know is they are going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So look, salute to Vivica and 50. Yeah, anyway. If it's that good, 30, I don't want it. 30 years later. Jesus. You said there's nothing sexy about 50 Cent. I mean, he alright. He ain't ugly. You think 50 Cent ugly? Y'all know y'all will holler at 50 Cent. 50 is a manly man. I like him, but he troll a little too much. Okay. You said cringe. This is kitchen table talk. Well, we at the kitchen table, friend. Join in. We are at the kitchen table. Okay. Well. You said they both trying to keep their names in the block. Well, neither one of them have to try too hard. That's true. Neither one of them have to try too hard. Moving on, like this video. Y'all let me know what y'all think about Vivica and 50 Cent. Do you have somebody in your arsenal that you be thinking about that give you shivers in the middle of the night? 30 years later, 10 years later, however many years it's been, let me know. And should exes stop bringing up bedroom business decades later? I mean, how would you feel? You log into Instagram and your ex all on Instagram posting your picture and quotes that you said. Let it go, Elsa. Let it go. Okay. You said, yeah, you got somebody. Oh, some of y'all got somebody. Somebody said 50 Cent is sexy. Okay. You said, let them talk. Okay. Let them talk. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Like this video. Next up on the agenda. I don't know if I should talk about Nene or if I should talk about Porsha. Let me go ahead and talk about Porsha since we here. Since we are here, we talked about Porsha being hemmed up by the FBI, honey. They said the FBI got Porsha under investigation. And it's crazy because I sent a friend of mine this today, which is interesting because they basically saying that whatever they said Porsha did. Okay, they said Portia's under investigation from the FBI, and it was all on the Atlanta news. It was everywhere, and apparently, now they have released the body cam footage, and we gonna watch it. Hold on. Let me WSB-TV. I can't even find the link now. Okay, there it is right there. It said Real Housewives of Atlanta star could face federal charges following the incident on a Delta flight. And so, they're saying that they still investigating. They haven't absolved any party of the situation. So we was like, oh my God, what did Porsha do? We were saying it yesterday. What exactly did Porsha do? Okay, Porsha been known to drag somebody across the stage. She pulled Kenya's hair when she had that megaphone. Porsha been known to, beat up Jamie, Candy's assistant, in the alleyway. Porsha has been known to lay hands. Okay, she said she's from Decatur, where it's greater, and she don't take no mess. Okay, but apparently, on this Delta flight, after the doors had closed as they were flying from Vegas to Atlanta, Williams and another passenger was spoken to by a cabin crew. Okay, and now plenty of news has come out since then. A lady has called into Andy Cohen's show who claimed that her mother was on the flight. Her mother said it was a Karen and yada yada yada. But now we got the footage, child. We got the footage. You said she should have knocked that Caucasian lady out. Oh, child. I don't know. I mean, I do agree that there was some Karenism involved. I do, but however, we about to look at it, honey. And I'm pissed off that a lot of these people blurred this lady's face. I ain't blurring her face, okay? But first, I want to show you this when the police first arrived, okay? Because nobody's showing you, nobody's showing y'all everything. This when the police first arrived to the scene, and they was looking for Porsha. Hold on, let me put this in here. And they was looking for Porsha. This is what the conversation was according to the body cam footage. We love us some body cam footage. Somebody was saying earlier today, who was filming? Honey, the police was filming. That's who was filming. Okay. So here is the body cam footage of the police when they arrived, when they was looking for Porsha. Let's listen to what they say. Shout out to E! News for publishing everything, child.
So we're actually scheduled to pick up Miss Porsha. That's why you're here?
No, ma'am.
No?
I'm here because there's an altercation on the flight.
Yeah, she hit somebody on the flight.
Somebody hit somebody on the flight.
Yeah.
Did you hear somebody that was a friend of hers who said she hit somebody on the flight? That was, I don't know who that was who said that, but whoever that said that she hit somebody on the flight.
Who's Miss Porsha?
The lady who hit somebody.
So
who is Miss Porsha? The lady who hit somebody. I'm just going by the body cam footage. Okay, everybody keep cutting up the footage. We looking at everything.
Flight.
They might put it on too. Okay, thank you. So she is the one that was involved in the altercation.
And where's the flight though?
Right here.
Oh, the flight is here already?
It's coming into B4.
Oh, it's coming in?
Coming in, yeah.
Oh, they didn't tell me that.
It might be on B2. He just said that they might change the gate. But as of right now, she should be here in about 10 minutes, give or take.
Was involved? 2 passengers or flight attendant?
I don't know exactly what happened. I just know the person that we're supposed to pick up got into an altercation, and she has to talk to the police before we can take her. But if you arrest her, can you let us know?
Something happened on the flight I can't arrest. FBI got a call. FBI call. It's an FBI call.
So you can't arrest her?
I can't arrest somebody on a flight.
So we'll take her anyway.
No, but what I'm saying, I got to get statement from both parties to see what happened.
That's fine.
And then I got to call the FBI.
Damn.
And then the FBI will make a decision.
Okay.
If they're going to arrest or if you let them go.
Okay, but if they tell you to arrest her, can you tell me? That way I'm not waiting.
You're going to be right here, right? So you're going to be here to see?
Yeah, but my boss told me not to be too close.
Yeah, so we'll let you know when you get to the flight switch gates.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
So that was the first part of it. We're gonna watch the entire video unedited I want to see the lady face. Hold on, because he blurred her face. Because I'm like, y'all ain't blurred everybody else's face. This body cam footage, this public record. Okay, hold on. Let me go back to here. Like this video as y'all get in here. Please like this video. So apparently they spoke with Porsha first. Bam, bam, boom. Here it is. Bam. Oh, that's still E, but whatever. I'll use it. Okay. Uh-huh. Yes, we need more likes, y'all. Like this video as we dissect this body cam footage. There is Porsha as she was escorted out the plane. The police brought her over to the corner. Now here she is explaining. Now let's listen to what she said.
We're gonna stand up right here. We're gonna stand up. Who was involved? You or you?
No, she was.
She was. So what happened?
So the lady who was sitting next to me, I was on my phone and the volume was up on the phone. And she turned to me out of nowhere and she said, "So you're gonna make me listen to that the whole flight?" And I said, "Well, do you want to?" And she said, "No." And I
She will make you listen to what?
"Am I gonna make her listen to my phone?"
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I said,
"This is before we took off."
Yes, even before we took off.
So you guys were in Las Vegas when that happened?
Yes.
Yeah.
The plane was on the ground?
Yes.
The door was shut? It was, okay.
No, the door wasn't shut yet. People were still boarding.
People were still boarding?
Oh, okay.
Texting me.
Okay, I couldn't tell.
Okay.
Okay. So she was like, you know, "Are you gonna make me listen to that the whole time?" I said, "Well, do you want to?" And she said, "No." I said, "Well, it was a nicer way to say that." And she said, "Bitch, you don't tell me bitch." And I was like,
Are you okay?
I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm just telling him what happened.
I'm so sorry.
And so it's all
If
right.
there's anything I can do to
Not the drunk lady came out, just slurring her words.
Yeah, you were sitting near us.
I was.
Yeah, I was just telling
I was
him.
there and I heard it was unreprehensible. The
Yeah.
woman got in your face and gave you the middle finger.
Yeah.
And was doing things that were completely.
This the white savior, the white drunk savior came off the plane. For, "Are you okay? I saw you. I don't know. I recognize you from the house. Are you okay?"
She was. She started
I'm
screaming.
sorry. I'm embarrassed. I'm so sorry.
It's all right.
That's why I'm asking if you're okay.
Yes, no, I
wouldn't
appreciate
be.
it.
I wouldn't be okay.
I mean, you know, I don't know what she's claiming. She's gonna press charges saying that I hit her. I'm like, I did not hit you.
I mean, you want to continue? You want to continue, ma'am?
Sorry.
Can you excuse me?
Oh, okay. Can I get your information? Can you get your information as a witness?
Sure.
Yeah, please. Thank you so much. I really.
So Porsha had witnesses. Not only did she have her assistant, but she had the fans coming off the plane. Somebody said a good Samaritan, the good drunk Samaritan. Porsha had the fans.
Absolutely.
I was sitting 2 rows back. She did not touch
No,
it.
that's what I'm saying.
You saw everything that happened?
Yes.
Yes.
The guy's
You wanna-
seat had his seat reclined before the flight even took off, and I saw the entire gap. She did not touch
You didn't touch her.
She screamed.
You hit me in my face. I can tell you. I can tell you. She did not. I could see her.
I can write my info down if you want.
Say,
Okay.
She didn't do anything wrong. She did.
What's your phone number?
It's
Porsha was talking to people on the plane. Porsha was making friends and family, honey. These are
What's-
Porsha's
you have an ID?
friends.
yeah.
I live.
Here's my ID. I also.
That's probably one of the gate agents, child. You know that. Look, the gate agents, they nosy. They standing around. Look, the man with the little red vest on. And then it's another. They got their little badges on. That's airport security.
Witness. Nothing happened. Sorry, I don't always. I have laryngitis. My
Don't get me wrong.
family.
You didn't touch her. Whenever she started saying, I was like,
No.
thank you.
What happened?
My name
You
is.
saw anything happen?
My name is Morgan Monroe, and I never saw her activate in any situation to create a situation on board.
Okay.
Shouldn't she be arrested for public intoxication?
So
Nothing.
you didn't see anything physical?
Nothing.
Okay.
No, I was only a couple rows back from the first class. I could see it. Nothing happened.
What's your phone number?
Not Porsha fight the old lady.
I think this was a really, really embarrassing incident for someone else.
You can't raise that much ruckus.
That might be one of the producers. We don't know who this is. Everybody was coming from Vegas. Everybody was coming from BravoCon. Well, most people, they knew who Porsha was.
No, you don't do that.
You say you saw what happened?
Yeah, so basically, the dude in front of me had a seat reclined before the takeoff and everything like that. I was.
Oh, see? Yeah. I was just getting more information.
Basically, there was no physical altercation. There was verbal, like commentary kind of thing that was at a normal level. And then out of nowhere, it escalated in the sense of the lady to the right of her got really animated and like started screaming. About the only physical thing she did was point at her. And it, for some reason, that just escalated the woman to this point where all she was saying, "Don't talk to me like that."
I wonder why Bravo didn't fly Porsha private.
Them having to restrain her.
Yeah.
They're literally holding her.
Yeah.
We saw this on the flight. We couldn't get off the plane because this was going on.
Both of them are restraining her.
Okay. Thank you for you guys' information.
All she
I'm gonna
did was
talk to
ask
you.
her not to be spoken to like that.
Yeah, she just was.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, I have the phone number now. Yeah.
Yeah, mine too. She just wanted respect.
Thank you.
So you were saying.
They were embarrassed that this good white person was treating this celebrity like that. You know, people will do whatever they can to help a celebrity, hoping to get a little piece of it. That's what it's giving.
And you were using your phone. It was loud.
Yes.
And she complained about the louder.
She asked me. Thank you so much. She so the Instagram was on, and she told me, "Am I gonna have to listen to that?" And I said, "Well, do you want to?" And she said, "No." I said, "Okay." And then I said, "Well, there was a nicer way you could have said that, And then she says, "What, bitch?" She's like, "Bitch, you don't talk to me." And I was like, "Are you okay?" From that point on, she said, "Who the fuck do you think you are?" And so I said, "Oh, no." I said, "Y'all need to get her out of here. Please get her away from me." And so then when she tried to take her phone record, then she drops her phone on the floor. She's like, "You hit me."
Now, Porsha, when you telling the story, you don't remember things after the fact, like, oh yeah, and then this happened. Oh, and then this happened. And I know y'all gonna be like, oh, but you don't like Porsha. It's not about me not liking Porsha. It's about me looking at all of the facts. Okay, we're gonna watch the lady too, but I'm looking at Porsha and I'm looking at the way she's telling this story. And to me, it's like Porsha is remembering things after the fact. She's making up things as she go. Oh, and then she did this. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah. And then she did this.
Okay. And then I said, "Well, there was a nicer way you could have said that, And then she says, "What, bitch?" She's like, "Bitch, you don't talk to me." And I was like, "Are you okay?" From that point on, she said, "Who the fuck do you think you are?" And so I said, "Oh, no." I said, "Y'all need to get her out of here. Please get her away from me." And so then when she tried to take her phone record, then she drops her phone on the floor. She's like, "You hit me. Oh my God. You hit me. You just hit me in my face. Oh my God. I'm pressing charges. I want you to be in jail." And I'm like, what's happening? So the stewardess.
Also, her phone dropped on the floor. You didn't slap the phone from her hand.
No.
Okay.
So then the steward comes over, and then the steward says to me, because I say, "Get your ugly ass out of here," because then I'm upset. Then the stewardess says to me, you're an adult. You're an adult. You can't be cursing like that. No, and I said, why are you chastising me? Like, this woman is the one going crazy. So then they end up making her move to the next chair with the guy. But she was irate, so they were trying to hold her because she didn't want to move. It's like she wanted to move but didn't want to move. So as you can see, they had to.
It sure is a lot of people standing around. We got the people back there. We got the other police officer back there. We got the white man with the badge back there. Now, who is this? They getting off the plane. They back there. He just standing there acting like he adjusting his backpack. He probably know Porsha too. This is probably one of the producers too. Everybody right here just trying to make sure that Porsha is all right without, getting involved. That's what it's looking like to me.
She was at the window, or she was at the end?
So she was in the row. I'm sorry.
She was in the aisle. And where were you? You were in the middle?
I'm at the door in first class. It's only 2 seats.
Only 2 seats. Oh, you are at the window, and she's at the aisle.
Yeah.
Okay. So you telling me there was nothing physical?
No.
It was just verbal.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hey, how are you doing, ma'am?
I'm not very good.
Okay, let me play. I'm gonna play the other video of the lady because I want to see the lady face. because it ain't fair for her to be blurred out. Hold on, we're going because E blurred it out, because they entertainment television, but the news did not. Hold on, we're going to the news. We're going to when he went and talked to the lady. Here it is right here. Y'all like this video? Y'all like this video? Okay. Shout out to 11 Alive for the footage. Okay, now he's about to get the statement from the other party.
Okay. All right. Hey, how are you doing, man?
I'm not very good, sir. And you?
Good. I'm Officer Brumand. I work with the Atlanta Police Department.
Great.
So I heard about the incident that happened, but I haven't heard your side of the story.
Why didn't we hear my side of the story first, sir?
Well, I had another officer.
Oh.
The lady was like, why you went to her? Why you went to her first? I'm the one who was assaulted. That's what. And she might be a Karen. I don't know. She might be, but she was like, why you go to her first?
Okay. Well,
spoke to you, but I just want to hear it
and do you
personally.
think it's proper to me tell you the whole story where everybody's sitting around here? They can all hear it.
No, ma'am. If you want to be private,
I think we should be private,
Okay.
sir. This is an assault.
okay. You want to come over?
She said, this black lady sitting in first class put her long 8-inch fingernail in my face. This is an assault. This is she might have unalived me. And this is not proper to stand out here with all these people. This is not proper. Isn't there an office or something you could take me to?
What do you want to? Yes, ma'am. Where do you want to stand?
Anywhere that there's no people.
Okay, you want to go over here?
Is there no office? Is there nothing legitimate here?
No, there's no office.
There's no office.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
I'm like, why isn't there an office? We're in the airport. I'm sure there's an office for us to talk privately.
What do you want to know? The whole story?
What's your phone number?
She said, don't give that crazy lady my information.
First of all, where did the incident happen?
I was sitting in my seat.
Where?
In Delta Airlines, seat number 3A, or B, I believe.
This happened in Las Vegas?
Yes, sir.
While the plane was still boarding?
No.
The plane was in the air?
Yeah.
Okay.
Was taking off.
Just
That's
taking
why
off.
the flight attendants couldn't come help me from her beating, because they had to be.
Well, she did lie. First, she said they was in the air. Then she said they was taking off. Well, I mean, were they in the air? Were they taking off? Were they still on the ground? Where were you?
Buckled in.
Okay, so what happened?
Before I say anything, I want to know, is my information going to be given to the woman who assaulted me?
No, ma'am.
She was like, did not give my information to that lady. I'm scared. I'm terrified for my life. She might unalive me. She might send her goons to my house. Do not give her my information.
Because I'm afraid for my life.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
It's not.
I was sitting in my seat. She was the last passenger to come on board. So when she came on board,
Atlanta, Georgia is in the eastern.
she said, I'm in that seat. I said, no problem. I jumped up, got far away from her so she had plenty of room. She had to put stuff in the upstairs thing. I understand that. Took plenty of time. Sit back down. We never spoke other than that. And after about 25 minutes of her on Instagram, full blast, every time she would flip, because apparently it was from a loud place, I jumped because it was so.
Well, their stories did match. Now, the stories did match. Porsha did get on that plane, blasted Instagram on her phone while she's sitting in first class. And all them people had to be subjected to Porsha listening to whatever was going on Instagram, all that ratchet shit Porsha was listening to. And the lady was like, do I have to listen to this?
Loud. And so I waited 25 minutes, give her time, let her do whatever she needed to do. And then I said, am I going to have to listen to that the whole time? And she said, do you like it? And I said, no. And she said, well, I don't like the way you asked me.
Porsha said the same thing. Porsha's like, well, do you like it? Do you like it? Am I going to have to listen to it? Do you like it? I'm sure Porsha was getting smart. Porsha's like, I'm in first class too, bitch. Okay, I normally fly private.
I said, don't put this on me. And the next thing I know, there was a fingernail so close to my eye that I thought I was going to be physically attacked. She had I don't want to do it to you, sir. She had her hands in my face.
She had them long 7-inch claws in my face, and she could have scratched my eyeball out.
Screaming, calling me crazy. On and on and on. So now the flight attendant.
You see the way she said, she called me crazy, as if that's a an offense that she should be locked up for. She called me crazy.
Can't come help me because they're strapped in for this takeoff. My phone is sitting against my leg on my lap, so I take it to video to try and protect myself. And as soon as I go like this, she takes her hand and goes like that and throws my phone.
I kind of believe her. I mean, I do. I kind of believe her because there have been several instances of celebrities who don't want to be filmed in the airport or in restaurants and things. And when people pull out their phone, they slap the phone out their hand. And if it's nobody who's a witness to it, you know, they get away with it. Now, I kind of believe her. Now, I'm not saying this lady is not, you know, exaggerating as far as her fearing for her life, but I don't know.
And everybody sees the phone go down the end of the whole airplane, and the flight attendant told me he saw her knock it out of my hand. And that's assault. And
not the flight attendant saw it. We got to hear what the flight attendant said. She said the flight attendant saw her knock it out her hand.
I'm 70 years old.
So she actually knocked the phone off your hand.
You're right, she did.
Okay.
I didn't drop it.
All right. All right.
And she said it. She said, I didn't drop it.
Here's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid she's going to have me killed.
So can you do me a favor?
She's definitely a Karen. Now, ain't nobody trying to unalive you over no phone, child. Ain't nobody trying to do all that. But I don't know. I think the truth lies somewhere in the middle. They both telling the same story.
Write me a statement of what happened.
I certainly can. I have it written down in my phone.
Can you just
I have it written
jot
down
it down
in my
on this bit of paper? You want to sit somewhere private over here?
You said but we got two people, and we have two people that may know who Porsha is. Okay. The lady, I don't know. She may be a Karen, but y'all only calling her a Karen because Andy Cohen called her a Karen on his Sirius radio show. That's the only reason y'all calling her a Karen, and the fact that the lady said that she was scared for her life and Porsha might unalive her. It is a mess. It is a mess. But I mean, you know, Porsha's been in messier situations. So you know, the FBI is definitely investigating, and we will, I guess, see what happens in the meantime. Like the FBI actually had issued a statement. Let me find it. And they said that that they was going to, let me see. It said, according to a statement from the Atlanta Police Department, it said that Williams and another passenger, quote, may have been involved in a verbal dispute that reportedly escalated into a physical dispute during an inbound flight to Atlanta. Now, if you recall, it was Porsha's attorney who actually said that it was an unfounded allegation of physical abuse. Now, the other lady's attorney ain't said nothing yet. Now, it says apparently Williams was listening to videos on Instagram when it happened. So the lady who was sitting next to me, I was on my phone and the volume was up. Oh, they were sitting right next to each other. I didn't get that part. Okay. I thought they was like in an aisle or something. Anyway, said she turned to me out of nowhere and she said, so you're going to make me listen to that the whole thing? And Williams told the officer, and I said, well, do you want to? Okay. After about 25 minutes of her on Instagram, we saw that. The lady said all that. Don't put this on me. And the next thing you know, there was a fingernail so close to my eye that I thought I was going to be physically attacked. Yada, yada, yada. In its statement, the Atlanta police said both parties were separated on the scene and interviewed by officers. And then, according to Williams' attorney, it was the other passenger who started it. Now, Williams' attorney said that. Now, the other passenger saying it was Williams who started it. Miss Williams was verbally assaulted by an irate and unhinged passenger without provocation, according to Porsha's attorney. Now, apparently, it said the FBI is investigating the incident and said it is unknown at this time if federal charges will apply to either party. So, Porsha ain't off the hook. That's all I got to say. Porsha is not off the hook. Who keeps sending me all these messages? Oh, thank you, Leslie Harris, for the cash out, friend. I appreciate you. You said nobody will be charged. Okay. I don't know what's gonna happen. Y'all know what y'all think. Put a 1 in the chat if you think Porsha will be charged. Put a 5 in the chat if you think airport Karen will be charged. And put 8 in the chat if you think no one will be charged. I don't know. Y'all let me know. He said verbally assaulted, not physically. Karen will survive. Well, if Porsha really knocked that lady phone out her hand, that is assault. She can't do that. She can't do that. Mm-mm. Don't matter who was having an argument. She can't do that. Okay. All right. Okay. I think investigating is a waste of tax dollars. Okay. All right. Well, there you have it. You said, Michelle, if Porsha slapped the woman's phone out the lady's hand, where are the witnesses that were close to them? I don't know. They said the flight attendant may have seen it. Listen, trust me, some more information will be coming in the days to come. Okay. It was more than 2 people on that plane. That's all I got to say. It was more than 2 people on that plane. Let me see. Forever never give Porsha the benefit of the doubt. I just gave Porsha the benefit of the doubt. What you want me to do? Lie? What you want me to do? Lie? Did you not see what I saw? Did you not see that I said that both of them were saying the same thing? Like the only difference was that one of them said that the phone fell, and the other person said that the phone was hit out her hand. Now we weren't there. Okay, we weren't there, so we don't know what had happened. Anyway, moving on. Y'all like this video, please. Thank you. Like this video. Now, speaking of racist Karens, honey, what is going on with well, I was gonna talk about Nene Leakes, and Carlos King. And in prefacing that story, the only reason why Nene Leakes appeared on the Carlos King podcast was because Carlos King actually had colorist Claudia over there dragging Nene Leakes. And in doing so, I mean, everybody been talking about this. Hold on. Let me pull this up real quick. Like this video, please, and thank you. Like this video. You said when white people defending Porsha, Karen is wrong. Okay, Karen might be wrong. I didn't say nothing about it. Karen might be wrong, honey. And hold on. Okay. Now, this is one of our squad members, and one of our squad members appropriately read colorist Claudia, and it made me go and look at the Carlos King situation, because y'all know I don't, no shade to him, but I really don't watch a lot of other bloggers. Okay, but I was over here on TikTok, and our friend Aaron Wowsy Out actually said Claudia Jordan will forever be Nene Leakes' biggest hater. And so you may recognize Aaron, because he used to call in. Hey, Aaron, friend. And so hold on. Wait, I went to the wrong one. Where'd I go? It went away. Okay, there it is. Okay, so y'all know the drill. Copyright disclaimer, section 107 of the Copyright Act allowances made for what? Fair use purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Now, Aaron kind of, was giving me a little wrap up of what Claudia did. Hold on.
Always and forever be a bothered, bitter, nasty, decrepit ass bitch. No shade. And I just gotta say it. So y'all, I don't know when it was, but Carlos King, Carlos in the Morning, whatever, it's his YouTube show with Dustin Ross and funky ass Claudia Jordan. They were talking about Nene legacy and how Nene Leakes was being erased. Carlos felt like Nene's legacy is being erased from BravoCon because Nene Leakes wasn't at BravoCon. It made him emotional because he feels like in his heart that Nene's legacy is being erased. So they had a conversation about it. Now, lo and behold, here comes Claudia Jordan, still being a mad ass punk, still being a bitter Betty, still being a sour Cabbage Patch Kid. Like, baby, the fact that you're still mad about your one season and how you weren't asked back and how, Nene is very much superior, has a superior career, has a superior legacy than you. Like, the way Claudia will forever, the tone in her voice whenever Nene's name is brought up, she throws shade. She hates constantly. She has this undertone of like, I always have to sock it to Nene or bring Nene down or have to humble Nene. First of all, Claudia, I want you to just step back from the computer and really ask yourself. You said on Carlos King's YouTube channel that you've been in the game for 30 plus years. Back in 1990s, right? That's when you were a video vixen. You was in videos. Okay? You were in music videos. What the motherfucking do? What they do? Girl, no shade. Your next rising star, your next job was Deal or No Deal. You was the girl to open up a fucking briefcase. What they do, bitch? Claudia, you wouldn't see real notoriety until Real Housewives of Atlanta. People don't even remember you on freaking Celebrity Apprentice. Claudia, people don't even remember that you were on Celebrity Apprentice because you didn't really count. You didn't really stand out. You had an infamous fight with Omarosa, and people still talk about Omarosa and freaking the British talk show, Piers Morgan. People talk about Piers Morgan and Omarosa's fight more than they talk about you and Omarosa. And you and Omarosa had this almost came to blows. Claudia, you need to realize you may have been in the game more than Nene, more years than Nene, but the thing is, Nene has had a lasting impact in pop culture than you in half of the years that you've put in. Now, I feel like it really boils inside of you that a woman like Nene, who you feel is uneducated, ghetto, loud, trashy, ratchet, whatever the pronouns are, that you feel like is beneath you because you put in the hard work. You got the journalism degree or whatever you got. But the fact that this woman who is ratchet, low class, uneducated, this and that, all of that is literally in history. She is literally in the African American history in the Smithsonian. She's in a museum. Her face is in a museum in the Smithsonian. She is known worldwide. Everybody knows Nene fucking Leakes. You can't say Housewives without thinking about her. Still to this day, Real Housewives is the house that Nene built. And you are mad. You are consistently mad about the impact of her. And you're mad because she has done it less years than you. You're mad. And you will continue to be mad. That's why whenever Nene's name is brung up, you get the having your face, well, I gotta talk about. And it's always a disclaimer. Oh, I don't want this to come off as hate. It's always a disclaimer that you're not trying to be a hater, but you end up being a hater anyway. Gag on that. Claudia will always
gag on that, honey. Oh, they said every time Claudia bring up Nene name, she's like, I don't want to be a hater. I'm not being a hater, but Nene needs to hammer herself. Nene. I want to see. Hold on. Y'all know the drill. Copyright disclaimer on Section 107 Copyright Act. Allowance is made for fair use. Hold on. Let me find it, child. Carlos King. Hello, Carlos King. I don't even know that boy that's with them. Okay. And that's him and Claudia and some boy. They said this the most replayed was right here. Let me see. Let me look at the transcript. Okay, there it is right now. Karma. She talking about karma. Hold on, let me fast forward a little bit. Okay. Now we're gonna see what colorist Claudia had to say. Now we about to see what colorist Claudia had to say. You know I got a lot to say about it. Hold on, let me see. I'm trying to see when they start talking about Nene. They talking about Wendy right there. And then she was into black representation on TV. Ashley Darby, yada yada yada, married to medicine. Now they talk about a bunch of people talking about Nene needed to be there. Hold on. Let me scroll a little bit more. Let me see.
Talk to you guys about this post that Katie said. She said Ashley and
we ain't talking about that. Hold on. What the thing about Nene? Hold on. Let me scroll. What is the timestamp? Somebody give me a timestamp because he don't have no timestamps on his stuff. He not like me. He don't put timestamps on his stuff. He wants y'all to search for shit. Let's talk about Wendy. Oh, I don't know these people. Child, was it before that or after that? Let me see. Bam. I thought I saw something about Nene Leakes in there. Child. Oh, maybe it's right here. Claudia, I'm still. Let me see.
Most heinous things, Claudia Jordan. Her husband, Tom Giraldi, who is now serving, I believe.
No.
My lakefront girlies. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
I don't know. I don't know nothing about the hair shit. And I respect.
I don't know what they talking about. Somebody give me a timestamp in the chat. And while y'all finding the timestamp, I'll scroll something else. Child. Hold on. Somebody give me a timestamp in the chat. You said what happened? What now? Between you and SW Carlos can't win. I ain't got nothing to do with that. This not the right video. Oh, wait a minute. Let me go see. I thought it was Monday. Let me see. Live. Nene Legacy. Oh no, it's not the right video. That's at a month ago. Well shit, I don't know. Where he put the video? He deleted it or something? Did he delete it? Or was it? Oh, here it is, right. Wait. There it is right there. I see it. My bad. That was the wrong video. You're right. Still can't find it. I thought it was live. It was pre-recorded. My bad. Okay, thank you. At least I know I was on the wrong video. You said Carlos can't catch a break. I ain't gonna. I mean, no. My thing was, one of my friends told me that colorist Claudia was at BravoCon, right? Looking around, hoping and wishing and praying that somebody would acknowledge her, and nobody even paid attention to her. Like nobody cared that Claudia was there. And so for her to go Monday and then film this with Carlos and then decide that she was gonna drag Nene because everybody at BravoCon was asking about Nene, it was just interesting to me. Now, hold on, let me see. I don't know where it is on here either. It was Monday. Okay, I got the Monday one. How far into it was it? They talking about Rhode Island, New Jersey. I don't see Nene's name in here, child. Let me look at the summary. He ain't got no summaries on here, child. We can't find nothing. Hold on. Let me look. She was talking about Drew at about 8 minutes. Wait a minute. I could find it on my phone quicker than I could find it on. You said about halfway. I can find it on my phone quicker than I could find it on here. Let me see. Yeah. And then cause on the phone I could look at the summary. And then I could pull up the summary. And then it says, okay. Where Claudia, Drew's cousin, New Housewives franchise. There it is, 3146. Okay, 31. Oh, we was close to, let me see. 3146. We was close. Let me see.
And when I say that, I'm being very honest, and I talked about this on my podcast over the weekend. I put myself in Nene's shoes, and I was wondering, how does she feel when she watches these clips of these women being celebrated and being heralded? And Claudia, who obviously I will always consider to be an iconic force on the show.
No, Carlos was giving Nene her props, but you can look at colorist Claudia and tell she was getting ready. She was taking a breath. She was probably taking notes and texting. And whoever that guy is over there on the left, he looked like he high as hell, but he looked like they probably texting each other like, I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna be on the blogs. Look at him.
Claudia getting mobbed after being on the show one season.
Claudia was not mobbed. When was Claudia mobbed? Claudia ain't never ever been mobbed.
I wondered, wow, if Nene was there, and you see the franchise grow. And I thought about Kenya. And I thought about those two women particularly because I'm like, I just felt sad. And this is me. I haven't spoken to the two of them. So
Okay, so if you giving Nene her props, why you had to insert Kenya, Carlos? Explain that to me. I mean, I'm just asking a question because you know this is what I do. I ask questions. So if you're giving Nene her props as being you know, a legacy and saying that, you know, she was needed and everybody was talking about her, nobody, absolutely nobody asked about Kenya. Why is it that you brought them both into the conversation? Just a question.
Trust me, this is only coming from me. I thought about Nene and Kenya a lot. Two women who I felt brick by brick built that show.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and
Kenya built Housewives. I have never heard that ever. I have never heard that Kenya Moore built Housewives ever.
And we're synonymous with the success of it. And you know, Vicky Govelson is got asked back for season 20 of OC, and congratulations to her as well. But you know, if I'm being completely honest, I thought about Nene, and I thought about, you know,
what y'all say, was Carlos there at BravoCon? No, I don't think so.
Her attitude during season 11 and 12.
Well, let's talk about it. Let's have a real conversation. I just thought about, I didn't think about that.
You know what? You know what? You are right about that, Georgia P. Georgia P says, an iconic force on the show to whom he attempts to say nice things about who is in his presence, but you join in when they're being diminished. Exactly, Georgia Peach. You know what I said? A friend to everybody is a friend to nobody. Okay. I say that all the time. You can't smile in everybody's face and know that there are people that are at odds. And then when you with the people that are at odds with somebody else, let them drag the other person and then go back to the other person and smile in their face. And you use your platform to do that. I mean, it is what it is. You know, the people allow him to do it. But yeah, I think it's very disingenuous.
But I did think about the fact that, look, everybody has done something or said something that they would want to take back. And I'm not here to speak on that, on people's intentions. I will go on the record saying I have not spoken to anybody about this.
Mm-hmm.
Neither do I want to, because it's not my business.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I better tell y'all about how I feel about what people.
He says it's not his business, yada yada. Nothing at Bravo is his business, according to Carlos, but everything about Bravo is his business because he continues to talk about it. But you know, it is what it is. He's a blogger. That's what bloggers do.
So, you know, Dustin, what are your thoughts on that? Like, do you feel like the legacy of Nene and Kenya will be erased?
Why is it the legacy of Nene and Kenya? Kenya literally took it upon herself to drag another Black woman, pull up either fake or doctored PORN images of another Black woman castmate to her spa, blew up the spot, and now her business is in jeopardy. There is no comparison between Nene Leakes' situation where she called out unfair treatment and Kenya Moore where she showed PORN images. There, like when you talk about legacies being erased, it's not the same. And I hate that he put both of them in the conversation.
So she's made several
I
comments.
don't care what
were,
the guy said. Hold on, I'm scrolling. Let me see what colorist Claudia said.
Shit, be on other shows for the personal.
Who is he anyway, and why we care?
The consequences.
Is that Carlos' boyfriend or something?
It's all from the.
Okay, let me go back.
I'll say this about Nene. She went down that path that a lot of people who are getting new money and new fame go through. And you have to be careful with.
Now, this is my problem with somebody talking about new money and new fame. Claudia has never had new money. Claudia has never had any money. In fact, Claudia has always said she's broke. And so it's interesting that she would sit on here, you know, oh God, why?
Keeping that ego in check, because all the entire demise of her career is all self-imposed. It is not from an outside source. It's all.
Well, what is the reason that Claudia Jordan's career is demolished? Look at Carlos' face. Can somebody tell me what is the reason that Claudia Jordan's career is messed up? Is it her ego? Is it her lack of star power? Is it her biracial identity? Is it her fake pro-black cosplaying self? Is it her colorism? Why is it? Is it her being a mean girl? Why hasn't Claudia taken off? She up here talking about somebody else and somebody else what they need to do. What about what she needs to do?
From the call coming from inside the house. And I recognize that people are going to say this is a personal thing. I don't even give a damn what y'all say about that. I'm speaking as someone who is highly qualified to speak on this, as someone who's been in.
How is she highly qualified to speak? Claudia was on Housewives for one season, okay, less than what 5 episodes, I don't know. But at the end of the day, Claudia never came back, never was invited back, never was invited to BravoCon. Okay, so at what point is Claudia authorized to speak on this?
In the game for 30 years. I've been famous before all these housewives except Candy.
Famous. Okay, girl.
Okay. So let's be very clear. My resume goes back to 1997, 98.
Your resume, you famous. Okay, girl.
So with
like Aaron said, whoop-de-doo. What does that resume get you? It don't get you nowhere. You up here fighting on the blogs. You a blogger just like everybody else. We all famous. Okay, we all famous. You Google me.
That being said, that we're clear on that. This is not hate in any shape or form.
That's what Aaron said. Aaron did say when she prefaced with, this is not hate, the hate will follow.
But when you get on a show and you have overnight success, it does something to certain people's brains if you're not.
Yeah, how would you know, Claudia? How would you know what overnight success feels like when you've never experienced it? How are you authorized to speak on something that you have never encountered ever, and you still chasing the overnight celebrity, and it's been 30 years? Somebody explain it to me.
Prepared. One thing about people who have struggles, and this is why a Candy Burris, a Kenya Moore, a lot of other women that have like kind of grinded.
Did she just bring up Kenya Moore, the lady who brought up revenge, PORN, in her salon? The lady who is fighting an eviction right this very moment. The lady whose salon is still not open to this day. Is she bringing up Kenya Moore and after what Kenya Moore did to black women? Explain that to me, okay? And this is Claudia Jordan, the person who says she can't see black people in the dark. She can only see teeth and eyes. This is colorist Claudia Jordan, who says that called her black boy, big black 6-foot boyfriend, big and black, a monkey and an ape. This is the colorist Claudia Jordan, who constantly calls dark-skinned women apes and monkeys and all kind of things. This is who this is. Okay, this is why she hang out with Erica Mena. This is why. Okay,
it out for years. They understand that they're not owed this. They have earned it. They have climbed up a ladder, been knocked down, had to figure it out and get back up there. It didn't just happen overnight. When something happens to you overnight and you blow up overnight, if you are not grounded and prepared and don't have the right people around you, your ego will tell you, fuck you.
So what did Claudia's ego tell her? Because I don't think she's ever blown up. How does she know this? I'm just trying to figure this out. How does she know any of this?
I'm that bitch.
Claudia is that girl who's always on the outside of all these famous people and gets to tell all the famous people's stories. That's exactly who Claudia is. I don't understand the logic. Okay. Yes, she's absolutely positively obsessed. Okay. Nene read her for filth during whatever season that was on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She said her clit left the building and she has not recovered since. She is hurt in her heart.
I'm rich. I'm that. And you start looking down at people, whereas someone like the rest of us that have like grinded out for years, we understand that the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away.
The Lord has never given to you, Claudia. So how can you speculate on who the Lord is taking from? To me, this is the epitome of colorism. This is a black woman who, well, she's not even black. This is a biracial woman who cosplays being black, who constantly tears down black women. Like, where do you come from to get on somebody's platform and literally peel off all these layers like an onion and tell somebody what is wrong with them? Okay, I'm doing it right now because you did it to Nene, and this is my job. But there is what it is.
And when you come on that, when you go downhill, you better keep your ass in check and your ego, because you're going to be wanting another job again. So when you go.
And this is being said by a person who uses a filter whose entire face is blurred out on screen. Okay. This is a person who can't go live without using a filter. This is a person who don't have no Wi-Fi on her computer and keep freezing up. I can't talk. But this is who we talking to right now. And she up here telling somebody else how to do their job. And she over here on somebody else's show because she can't get views on her own. This is who this is right here. I don't understand like how she can sit here and literally tell somebody that they need to be humble, that they destroyed their entire career, and her career ain't shit. You need to be worried about your own colorist, Claudia.
On your upward trajectory, and you shit on people on the way up, and you start looking down your noses at people, the very people that like.
Colorist Claudia is talking about somebody looking down their noses, and she literally said she can't see black people in the dark. She literally said that. Every single time Claudia gets into it with a dark-skinned black woman, the first terms that she uses, ghetto, project, da-da-da. She shows herself every single time. Colorist Claudia is the same person who wore blackface during Halloween. Like, I don't understand. This woman is a weirdo, and I live for reading her.
Loved you and loved your down, your how humble you are and how down to earth. They don't like this new situation they're seeing. Like, upgrade your bags and your teeth and your body and your house and your cars. Hell yeah. And I'm going to celebrate you when you do that. But don't be getting shitty with people. Don't then
upgrade all of that. Be pretty, be beautiful, but don't get shitty with people. Stay humble. Be put in your place. Can't another human being tell another human being to be humble? Okay. I have always said the only person that can humble you is God. Okay. You being humble is a walk, is a path that you have to take. Nobody outside can tell you to be humble. Pop your shit all you want to. Tell the people you got all the money in the world. Talk about how big your houses and cars are. If that's what makes you feel better, do it. I mean, I don't understand why anybody would say be humble. Somebody telling you to be humble is basically telling you to be in your place. Be beneath me. At least act like you beneath me, because right now you acting a little bit high post. I hate when people do that. And Claudia, this is coming from a black person with two black parents. Okay. Clearly you don't know that, we celebrate people's wins. We don't tell people to be humble around here.
Assault cameramen. Don't refuse to go on cast trips when you don't like the person that's head of that cast trip. Don't think you're bigger than the program, because you will get humbled and you will not be bigger than the program. And when you lose.
What is she talking about? She ain't even talking about nothing, child.
Your opportunity and you're like, hey guys, remember me? I'm the one that built it from the ground up. And you did. And you
How you gonna give a compliment and say you did build it from the ground up, but be humble, okay? Don't celebrate your victories. Don't act like, you've been all over the world. You've been in Glee. You've been in this. You've been in that. You've been in Ryan Murphy movies. You've been on Broadway. You've done all these things, but that ain't shit. Even though Claudia has never done it, ain't nothing Nene's done is shit, because she needs to be humble about it. Like, listen to who is speaking and pay attention to why they are saying it. Claudia feels like everything that Nene has done, she should have done. She's been in the game for 30 years. She was on The Price is Right. She's light-skinned with a Caucasian mama, and she feels like she's prettier than these black girls that got overnight success. She hates the fact that she will never be and never get the accolades that Nene gets simply by sitting at home. A shame.
You'd get that credit. But there's so many people here that want your spot that sometimes a production company will take that L.
And you are the person that wants her spot, colorist Claudia. You are the person. And look how blurry her nose is. What is going on with these filters? Okay, Carlos is clear. That boy over there, he pretty clear. Colorist Claudia is sitting there blurry as hell. Child, stop with the filters.
And say, yeah, she would make our ratings go through the roof, but I just don't want to deal with the headache that comes with it. It's too much of a price to pay. Nene Leakes, I don't think that it's the end of the road for you because you are.
Colorist Claudia need to stop talking about that lady. That's really all it is. She really needs to stop talking about that lady. Or you know what's crazy? We're gonna look at Nene when she was on Carlos and hear who her favorite who she says she wants to bring back as her dream cast. And it gave Claudia life, but we're gonna get there in a minute.
So charismatic. And you still have, I bet you if I got mobbed at that convention, girl, you would have been mobbed like time and time. Okay.
Yes.
You would have. But you have to be, you gotta show.
Colorist Claudia has never been mobbed. Now she is selling pipe dreams. Ain't nobody mobbing Colorist Claudia. Don't nobody even remember Claudia's one season on the show. Now stop it, Claudia. You was on for one season.
Some kind of humility. And this is not me telling a Black woman to make herself smaller, but you can't shit on the company.
That's exactly what you're doing, Colorist Claudia, telling a Black woman to make herself smaller. And listen, y'all need to listen very, very carefully to when Colorist Claudia speaks, because she always disseminates the term Black when she's talking about anybody. Black. I'm not talking about Black women as if she's not one. She always says it as if she's not one. Therefore, she is not one because she is biracial and was raised by a white mama. Anyway, let's finish.
And the people that helped you along the way. You can hold people accountable that did you dirty, but like it's the attitude. And I've witnessed it for myself. So I'm speaking from someone that knows.
You witnessed it when? The one season you was on the show 20 years ago? This is giving real Vivica Fox 50 Cent X situation. Claudia, were you that obsessed with Nene Leakes? Did you want to bump cats with Nene Leakes? They say you like cats.
They're talking about. And that's, I think, where the problem is. We haven't, like, maybe there's a one-on-one interview with someone again, maybe Carlos, it's you again, where you're like, listen, people have wronged me and she has every right to say that, but I have to still
And why is she talking in circles? She on the one hand, she's saying you need to humble yourself. You need to shut up. You need to sit and take it. Whatever mistreatment that they're giving you on the set, whatever they're doing, that they're praising KKK Kim Zolciak and allowing her to bring crazy ass Croy on the set with a pow and Kim calling people the N-word. You need to sit there and take it, okay? Because you are a Black woman who achieved success, and it doesn't matter what they do to you. You do not need to complain. That's what I hear from Colorist Claudia.
Recognize the errors of what I did, how I contributed to it. Hey, maybe I wasn't the easiest person to deal with. Maybe I gave production a hard time. And if I could do it again, I probably wouldn't do that. I bet you something as small as that, well, that's not small, would make people be like, you know what? Maybe she's changing. We're willing to do it again. But when people have these budgets, they don't want to deal with that shit. No one wants to deal with your ass feeling like.
So now Claudia got a budget. Now Claudia is speaking for production. Claudia is speaking for people who are hiring for movies. Claudia is telling. See, this is the epitome of a hater, okay? This is the type of person that will go behind your back and try to block your bag, okay? Because she is up here saying nobody wants to deal with that shit. So she's probably going to producers, don't hire Nene, hire me. I'll take the money. I'll take the pennies. Oh, Nene gonna ask for more money. Don't give it to her. Give it to me, okay? Oh, yo, Tubi acting ass.
You're big in the program and being obnoxious when I got to sit there and shoot with you for 12 hours. I
and
see.
You know what my thing is too, Claudia, right? I just, it hit me in my head right now when you were talking about that. For years, y'all doing, you need to do it. So when you act out, who has the talent.
With other people, Jocelyn's another example of that. When you get.
Is she done?
And I do think there was a time she was professional, but then I think when you're not used to fame and you get it overnight quickly, it does. And it's not just a Nene thing. Like, I hope
you're not used to fame, Claudia. You've never had it. She's talking about when you get fame overnight quickly, you start to experience this, that, and the third. Now she got a psychiatrist degree and everything. Claudia, you've never been famous. Nobody has ever cared for you. You've never been that girl. Nobody is checking for you. Nobody can actually stand you, which is the reason why you on YouTube and trying to be a blogger right now, because you can't be what you want to be. You can't be the talent. You can't be a Nene Leakes. So now all of a sudden you want to be a blogger like me.
I don't think I'm just trying to drag her. I'm just saying, you see with other people, Jocelyn's another example of that. When you get fame overnight, it sometimes can turn you into like a narcissist or turn you into someone that's a little unbearable to be around. I remember Nene had a thing here in Dallas and a play, and we were actually in a decent place, and I had promoted on my radio station, and she was supposed to come by the show.
Claudia, she always got a story about something that somebody did to her. Colorist Claudia is the epitome of the white victim. Okay, Claudia and her white tears and her victimhood. You talking about a Karen? There she go. There she go. I can't even point. There she go right there. That's a Karen. Okay. It shows every single time. Black women don't do this kind of shit, Claudia.
Didn't, whatever, that's fine. And then she was going to host a meet and greet here in Dallas. Well, people paid extra money to be there for that. She got mad with something with the play and didn't want to come out of her dressing room. And then she was leaving after the play and didn't give these people the meet and greet. They begged me to go in there, and I had to explain.
Girl, you don't know what had happened. You don't know why it happened. You don't know what agreement these people had, but you speaking up as if clearly you were second best. You said they asked you to go in there. They asked you because they probably couldn't afford Nene. That's why they asked you. She telling herself every
for
single
her
time.
and cover for her. And this is when we weren't like this. I was like, listen, she wasn't feeling well. Whatever I said to cover for her, but when you do little things like that, you may think it's just a play, it's just a little black movie, or it's just a little low budget production. But producers talk amongst themselves, and you, Nene, you came into the business and blew it up.
Mm-hmm.
It would be a tragedy for you to not.
I'm so tired of her. Anyway, moving on. Like this video. Nene appeared on Carlos's show recently, and she had a lot to say about a lot of things. Like Carlos was basically, I think he was gonna go on Patreon and talk about, you know, the legacy of Nene Leakes, which was interesting. It's like, why go to Patreon? You ain't been over there in the first place. And so I don't know, maybe he didn't get a lot of people to sign up or whatever, but he decided to do it publicly. And Nene showed up and she had a little bit to say. Now, here is what she had to say about her dream cast. Like this video, please. Like this video. Hold on. Carlos, Nene, media. All right. So here is the clip of Nene addressing who would be her top dream cast if she could ever have one. Wait a minute, where'd it go? Y'all talk amongst yourselves for a minute while I find this a better clip, because this clip is a little blurry. Hold on. Here it is. Go back. Go find about Nene Leakes dream cast. Okay, Nene Leakes talked to Carlos King about her legacy and if she's willing to return. I'll start there. We'll start there. Y'all know drill. Copyright disclaimer, Section 107 of the Copyright Act. Allowance is made for what? Fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. What are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? We are researching. So here is, you said Claudia, the thin lip colonizer. Y'all be cracking me up with these
if you could create your own all-star Real Housewives of Atlanta show, past and present, Housewives of Atlanta only, which girls would Nene want to be a part of it for, you know, a special if one was given? Who would you choose?
You know, I if we're talking about Atlanta, I think that when the viewers are watching the show, they always some way, somehow want to see me and Kim. So it's kind of impossible to not put Kim a part of it, because I think people just even love seeing me and Kim fight. They don't really care how
Okay, KKK Kim, yes, get her on there and call her out for being a racist.
they see Kim and I, just as long as they see us, you know. So even us fighting, we've had some of the most iconic fights. So I think it has to start with Kim and I. Let me think. Now, how many of these girls I have to pick?
You can pick as many as you want to. The comfortable number would be up to 8 to make sense.
Okay, not 8 housewives. Let's see what she says. Okay.
So we have to have Kenya Moore. Kenya Moore is iconic in her own way, and I'm happy. I would love to have her.
I love her being political.
Porsha Williams. I don't know. You know,
Is that it? Would that be it for you? That's 5.
You know, I would put Sheree in. I think Sheree will be a good fight. Yeah, with someone.
Yes, this was the very next day after what Claudia said.
You know, we don't always get along, but just to see her eat all the food, you might as well bring Candy to eat everybody's food up. And for 8, let me see who the 8th person would be. The 8th person I probably would bring on would be Claudia, so I can punch her in her mouth. How about that?
Yes, punch the colorist in her mouth, honey.
Yeah, girl.
You know she want it.
I know you want it.
No, you want it.
You know she want it, okay? And you see what I'm talking about? Like he had Claudia on his channel dragging Nene, and then he got Nene on his channel pretty much dragging Claudia, and he laughing and kikiing with all of them. And like I said, a friend to everybody is a friend to no one. But you know, again, you know, it's Carlos, and that's what he does. Okay. Who else would y'all need? You said you need a celebrity boxing match between Nene and Clawfoot. Child, you know, Nene would win that battle. Okay. You need Marlo and Cynthia as friends, okay, and laughing at both, okay, and that's what he does. I mean, he tries to play impartial. I mean, I get it, but it to me is like you can't be loyal to everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's just impossible. So, you know, there's that. There was another clip of Carlos and Nene where she basically confirmed, her talking about let's see what else she thought, if she was open to ever returning on the show. Shout out to Carlos and Nene, and you can watch the full interview over on Carlos King's YouTube channel. Okay, now here it is where she is discussing her legacy.
I personally think it's impossible to erase something, this kind of legacy. It's impossible. I mean, we can pretend like I wasn't there day one, but I was the one and the only one. Okay, I was day one, and so were you.
Yeah.
So I was day one, and listen, I'm not saying that the other girls don't deserve to be applauded. They do. Everybody put work.
And she was day one. She was.
Yeah, but you know, it is what it is. I was day one, and that's just what it is.
Yeah,
and
that's it.
So they were celebrating a lot of people who came after me, and but that's okay.
Andy revealed that you and him have been texting.
Now, remember at BravoCon, Andy said that he had reached out to Nene. Well, he didn't say who reached out to who. He did say that he's been in communication with Nene and that they've been texting. And so Nene is going to address that.
You know, he was asked about you. say obviously whatever you feel comfortable saying, but you two have been texting, according to him. If so, do you want to share what y'all been texting about, or how you guys came to that?
Well, we haven't texted about my return or me doing anything. Most of you guys know that my son was sick, and so he was texting me about my son being sick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now we know that. Okay, now we know that. And so we also find out if she will be open to a return to the show.
Which was very nice gesture and a very nice text message. But yeah. We've texted before that though. We actually text months before that. So, you know, listen, I mean, everybody ask me about, Andy and I. I'm not holding any grudges over here. I'm also not that kind of person, though. I'm not saying that you can do anything to me and I can forgive you, but
I mean, to me, it's like she called him out. She said what she had to say, and everybody's moved on. And so, I think that all parties involved have, kind of settled the matter. And, it's time for a conversation.
I'm definitely the kind of person who doesn't hold grudges forever. To me, that takes a lot of energy. I'm just not into it. Everybody moves on when they feel they need to move on. So I feel like I've healed from the situation. So I'm in a good place.
Yeah. And I know personally you are in a good place. Are you in a good place to where you want to return to the Real Housewives of Atlanta at some point?
I don't know what that would look like with Nene Leakes returning to the Real.
I mean, she's being honest about it. She don't know, how that would work, but
Housewives.
I know one thing, the check and the rating will go up, baby.
I just know this. I know that I have a story. I don't think that the fans have really seen or heard from me since a lot of things have happened in my life. So
a lot of things have happened. Just remember, she lost her husband, her youngest son got a heart transplant. She's been involved in a scandalous, was not a scandalous relationship anymore, but remember, she was in the headlines for that. Like a lot of things have been going on with Nene.
Oh, I definitely have a story, and I have always had a story every single season that I was on.
Reality with the King.
Boom, bam, bam. Okay, y'all go check out the full interview over on the Reality with the King podcast on Carlos King's YouTube channel. Now, speaking of good news, okay, the chairman of Bravo and Peacock Unscripted recently did an interview where she brought up Nene Leakes. And people are, taking this to be a sign that, the door is open. Actually, she brought up Nene and Kenya. Okay. Somebody said that somebody asked, is there a road back to Atlanta for Kenya Moore after what she did in season 16? And the chairman of Bravo and Peacock Unscripted, Frances Berwick, says she would not rule out Kenya Moore returning to Real Housewives of Atlanta. And she also says that Nene Leakes can be on the show again. So when she answered that question, she said, I would say so, but I don't know. Yeah, I would not rule it out. Okay. And then the person asked, well, how about a Nene Leakes? Is there ever a way back for Nene between Bravo and Andy Cohen? And she says, we've had Nene on red carpet shows for E. We have worked with Nene since then. And then they said, well, could she ever be on a show again? Do you think? And then she said, yes, she can be on a show again. So Frances Berwick, the chairman of Bravo and Peacock Unscripted, is basically saying the door is open. And I think I've told y'all that before a long time ago that, they had come to an agreement. They went through arbitration. She got whatever she got. I don't know how much it was. It's undisclosed. But the agreement was that they would no longer block her career. And she's been getting, different parts on shows. She was on the red carpet and all of those things. And again, the person asked directly, well, can she be on the show? And the lady said yes. So we shall see. We shall see. We shall see. So for all the naysayers and the people who are saying it'll never happen, it can never happen. Well, the actual chairman and executive over there on the network said it can happen. Okay. Been running my mouth for 2 whole hours, y'all. Like this video, please, and thank you. Like this video. Does anybody want to call in? Do y'all want to tell me what y'all think about all of this that I've talked about tonight? I will put the link in for a few minutes. If nobody calls in, I'm gonna call it a night. Okay. I talked about the legacy of Nene Leakes. I talked about colorist Claudia trying it. I talked about oh no, I didn't talk about Usher. I did not talk about Usher, and I've been on for 2 hours. Now, do I need to say that for another day? Or do I need to go ahead and talk about Usher? Let me know. You said I know you died when she said Kenya Moore. No, I didn't. I could care less. That was Candy, Kenya, and Claudia. Problem is that Nene was not supposed to be the breakout star. Claudia hates that Nene was more popular than her. Okay, I agree with that meditation for mental health. She really did feel that way, and she does feel that way. And even now that Nene is still getting accolades, it really hurts her feelings. Yeah, let me go ahead and talk about Usher. Usher Raymond is suing his best friends. Okay. Now people have been bringing up Peacock, but it is the other one, Keith, that people are really surprised about. Oh no. I got it in my notes. Child, I didn't even pull it up. Yeah. So hold on. Like this video, please and thank you. Like this video. Usher Raymond has filed a lawsuit over a $1.7 million loan that a few of his friends were supposed to invest in a restaurant, and apparently the investment never happened. Usher says he lent the restaurant for this failed Buckhead restaurant some time ago. He's actually suing one of his longtime music producers and other associates and their attorney over a loan he says he gave them for a Buckhead restaurant that never ever opened. Now, Usher filed the lawsuit last Friday against Brian Michael Cox, Keith Thomas, Charles Hughes, and entertainment lawyer Alcide Honoré. Cox has produced some of Usher's biggest hits, including Burn and You Got It Bad. Thomas and Hughes have also worked in the music industry. Now, you may know Keith Thomas from the group Subway back in the day. They were signed to Michael Bivins' album, and Keith Thomas has actually been friends with Usher for about 30 years now. So when you say Usher is suing his best friends, he is suing some of his closest friends. Now, hold on, let me finish telling you about this damn lawsuit. Now, Usher says that, he loaned the money last year with the idea that they were supposed to open a restaurant. Now, Keith and B Cox, they actually have this Wednesday night thing, R&B. Lady loves R&B Wednesdays in Atlanta. It used to be at several different clubs, and I guess they decided because of the popularity of their Wednesday night party that they would, they wanted to create a lounge called Homage ATL. Okay. The group looked to purchase a property at 3102 Piedmont Road in Buckhead, the former site of Ocean Prime that closed in 2015. Now, Usher didn't want to be an investor, okay, but he agreed to loan them 1.7 million because if you invest, you're liable to lose your investment because just like with stocks and bonds, when you put $1,000 in stocks, you may get more, you may get less. Stocks go up and down. So he said he'd do a loan. So he actually, got it written up and he wired it into a trust account back in January. This is according to the lawsuit. Now, months later, the property still hadn't been purchased. And over the summer, Usher asked for the loan to be repaid. He was like, y'all ain't gonna pay for this building. Y'all ain't doing nothing. Give me my money back, honey. So they gave him $1 million back in August since they had not done anything. But apparently they said, well, you know, we got about 700,000. We need a little time. We need a little time to pay it back. Now Usher's lawyer is accusing the attorney on RHOA of admitting that giving the money back was, quote, not that easy because it had been used for other purposes. Now his lawsuit is saying, okay, well, y'all did something else with my 700,000. I'm suing y'all for 4.9 million in damages. And he's charging them 700,000 for each of the 7 claims in the lawsuit. So it's given that Usher is trying to prove a point. Okay, these are his friends. These are people that he hangs out with. That he know their family and everything. Now, Peacock actually issued a statement about it earlier. Well, was it today or yesterday? Hold on. And here is what he said over here on Instagram. He actually said, I've learned a lot recently about being careful with who you choose to invest business with. Hold on, Peacock Instagram. And he basically went on to say that, you know, he and Usher, you know, are still friends. Y'all ain't got to worry about it. We are still friends. But apparently, here it is right here. Peacock said, I've learned a lot recently about being careful with who you choose to invest in a business with, no matter how small the investment. I'm currently in the middle of a failed business deal that I didn't orchestrate. And while the situation has been disappointing, I know my name will be cleared by both sides. It's just unfortunate that this clarity didn't come sooner. My legal team has also advised me of a lawsuit involving a company where I am only a passive minority shareholder. I was not a participant in that business transaction and have no involvement in the ongoing legal process. While I'm unable to share more details right now, I want to make one thing absolutely clear. My 27-year friendship with Usher remains fully intact. I appreciate everyone who has reached out with concern. Thank you for the love, the patience, and the understanding. Now, Keith, that's Keith the Beef right there. He under there too. He being sued and he's saying absolutely, absolutely. So Keith actually said something as well. He said this right here on his Instagram. He said, my brother Brian Michael Cox is one of the kindest people you'll ever meet. He would never take a dime from anyone. If anything, he would give you his last. So please be kind and remember that everything you read isn't always as it seems. So he tagged, you know, Brian Michael Cox and himself. They posting pictures. He said this shit ain't on Brian Michael Cox or Keith the Beef. It's the other partner. And I don't speak on people ish ever, but this is not okay. This is Pleasure P saying this. So, and Keith is actually retweeting it. Okay. So this is Ladies Love R&B is still a big deal. You know, Usher was there just in September. And apparently they have moved it now. They over at the Penthouse. Okay. They over at the Penthouse for Ladies Love R&B ATL on Wednesday nights. They still got it going. They still got it popping. Look. I wanted to show y'all this right here. This is Usher. This is Usher back in the day. Look, Tyrese in here. It's some more people in here. Subway is in here. Keith Thomas is in here. So, you know, you talk about knowing somebody for a very long time. They have known each other for a very long time. So where is the money? We don't know. But the question remains, would you sue your best friends over some money? And I say absolutely positively, because sometimes you got to show your friends that you ain't playing. It's probably been 30 years and 30 times that they have loaned, that Usher have, you know, invested or loaned money. Like this time he didn't invest, he loaned and he said, I want it back. And if them taking their time giving it back, it seems like it's a problem. It is a problem. Okay. You said it's giving the big artist is preying on the weak. You think that's what it's giving? You think that's what it's giving? Would you sue your best friend if they owed you 700,000? I'm just saying, money is money. It's a recession. We need all our coins Child, you know, people who think you got it will try to get it. Okay. People will be like, oh, listen, I've been there. I can talk about it all day long. Well, you got all this money. Man, well, perhaps you must be broke if you want your money back. It don't matter if you broke or you not broke. If I want my money, give me my money. Okay. I don't work for you. And so it's very interesting the way all of this came down. Now I had clipped up some things that I was talking about, like Usher at Keith's birthday party, Usher at another party. Hold on. Keith and Peacock. What is this? Hold on. Let me see what this link was. Oh, this is him. He was on Revolt and he was actually talking about this is Keith right here. He's actually talking about his Wednesday night party, and it's still going on.
Cell Lounge, and I would come in there and hang out with her all the time because that's what she was at. I'm like, I'm gonna go to I'm gonna go pull up with me. So I would bring I would bring Usher with me. I would bring Carrie with me. Brian would bring JD, whoever, all our friends, Bow Wow, we would all go hang out. And then Ruggs was paying attention to that. He was like, yo, man, yo, boy.
That's B Cox and Keith right there.
A dude in here all the time. Why don't you have him do a party? She didn't tell me for 2 weeks that he said that because she was like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I want you going over there with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when she finally told me, she was like, yeah, Rose wants you to do a party. I was like, what? I said, me do a party? And I was like, what would I do? So I'm thinking. By the way, I came up with this in like 5 minutes.
It was literally no more than 10 minutes.
I was like, R&B Wednesdays. Cool, that's what we're gonna do. So I called Brian.
Just like that.
I said, Brian, Russ want me to do a party.
Tell him what you told me.
I said, Russ wants to do a party. We might not make no money, but at least we'll get the drink for free.
Yeah.
And listen to the music we want to hear.
Yeah.
And that's how it started.
Like, let's go.
That's some Atlanta-ish right there, because that's why I started my blog. That is so funny. I told my best friend when I started my blog, at least I can get in the party for free, and I got in the party for free. Honey, that's all that mattered. I wanted to get in the party for free. That is so Atlanta. Now, these other videos are just Usher hanging out with them, and it is what it is. We know they friends. Again, Keith has probably known Usher the longest. B Cox and Usher and Jermaine Dupri and all of them hang out frequently. So they are a party of the lawsuit. So here is, hold on, let me put this in here. Let me see what this is, if it's got music. Yeah, it's got music. Okay, that is you'll see Usher at some point coming. There you go, right now. Coming into Keith's birthday party. This was back in June. Okay, this was back in June. There go Usher and everybody. Okay. So let me see this other clip I get. And this was in September. Usher at the party.
Now, baby. You heard what they said. Out on Lady Club R&B Live.
I can't play the music, but this was another R&B Live back in September. And Usher was there, and Bow Wow, and Jermaine Dupri, and everybody. Yeah, so again, would you sue your friends? How do you feel about Usher wanting his money back? I feel like, if it's his money and they agreed to pay it back, then give it back. They didn't do what they were supposed to do with it. They borrowed $1.7 million to purchase a business. The building was never purchased. And now Usher said, well, it's time to collect. You're not buying the business, and that wasn't our agreement for you to do anything else with it. Now give me my coins. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Anyhow, like this video, please, and thank you. Like this video. And on that note, since nobody's calling in, I will see you guys in the next live stream. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed. And y'all let me know down in the comment section what y'all think about all of these topics. Do you think Nene's legacy is intact? Has it been shattered? Are you happy to hear that the executive over at Peacock has basically said that the door is open? The chairman of Bravo and Peacock Unscripted, Miss Frances Berwick. Are you excited to know that the door is open for both Nene Leakes and Kenya Moore? How do you feel about colorist Claudia over here invading black spaces and still running her mouth and trying to tear black women down? Let me know. And about Porsha's body cam footage. Okay, I know y'all said it's a Karen, and yes, she gave Karen like activities because her life was not in jeopardy. We saw that, but Porsha was wrong too. Two things can be right at the same time. Porsha shouldn't have got on that plane blasting music or whatever she was playing on her phone without her headphones. And people, people's nerves is bad. Okay, people's nerves is bad. And Porsha, if you put your hand on that lady and knocked her phone out of her hand, you should not have done that. Okay, you should not. No matter what words were exchanged, nothing physical should have happened. And I pray for Porsha's sake that it did not. Okay, y'all said there was two witnesses. One of them was a little intoxicated, and the other one, we don't know if they know Porsha, if they were friends with Porsha. That kind of discounts them being a witness. Now, if they talk to the flight attendant and she say something different, we don't know. But again, it is under investigation, and it should be coming out in the next couple of days. What else? We talked about so many things, but go ahead and like this video and drop down in the comment section. I'll be reading each and every one of your comments, and let me know how you felt about tonight's topics, and hopefully I will put the timestamps in. I will see you guys in the next video. I was about to say I was going on to Patreon, but I didn't realize it was 1:00 in the morning. I will go on Patreon tomorrow during the day. Okay. Shout out to my Patreon members. If you're not a Patreon member, please subscribe. It's patreon.com. I am ATLien. Normally I would do an after show, but it's a little late and I'm a little hoarse. And yeah, I will see you guys later. Good night, squad. Love you guys.